everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Jason, and today we have a very exciting topic that will help you improve your English faster.
Hi, everyone. I'm Julia, your co-host, and today we're going to talk about something that every English learner struggles with at first, learning English vocabulary.
Yes, vocabulary is the heart of learning English. Without enough words, it's really hard to speak, understand, or even enjoy English. And the good news is, anyone can improve their vocabulary with the right strategies.
Exactly, Jason. And in this episode, we'll share how we learned English vocabulary, the mistakes we made, and the strategies that really worked for us. You'll also get a mini practice activity you can do while listening.
So, whether you're a beginner just starting or someone who wants to speak more confidently, this episode is for you. Get ready to take notes and, most importantly, have fun while learning.
All right, let's dive in and start with why vocabulary is so important in English learning.
So, Julia, before we talk about how to learn vocabulary, let's first talk about why it is so important. Why do you think vocabulary matters so much in English learning?
Well, Jason, I think vocabulary is like the building blocks of a language. If you don't know enough words, you can't express your ideas clearly. Even if your grammar is perfect, you'll struggle to speak or understand English.
Exactly. I remember when I started learning English, I knew some grammar rules, but I didn't know enough words. I could form sentences, but I couldn't actually say what I wanted. It was really frustrating.
Yes, that's so common for beginners. Without words, listening is also difficult. Even if someone speaks slowly, you might understand only a little because the words are unfamiliar.
And vocabulary isn't just about speaking. It helps in reading, writing, and even thinking in English. The more words you know, the more confident you feel when using English.
That's true. Also, learning vocabulary helps you understand culture, idioms, and expressions. For example, phrases like break the ice or hit the books don't make sense if you don't know the words.
So, in short, vocabulary is the key to communication. Without it, learning English feels incomplete. That's why today we'll focus on practical ways to build your vocabulary effectively.
Yes, and we'll show you step by step how we learned and remembered new words, so you can use them in real life too.
All right, Julia, now let's get personal. I want to share how I actually started learning English vocabulary. When I first began, I made a lot of mistakes.
Oh, I'm sure many of our listeners can relate to that. What kind of mistakes did you make, Jason?
Well, at the beginning, I tried to memorize long lists of words from a dictionary. I would write down 20 or 30 new words every day, but I quickly forgot most of them.
Yes, that's something I've seen too. Memorizing words without context doesn't really help. You might remember them for a few hours, but then they disappear from your memory.
Exactly. I realized I needed a better approach. So I started with simple words that I could use every day, like words for food, daily activities, and common expressions.
That's a smart start. I did the same thing. Instead of trying to learn difficult words at first, I focused on words I would actually use in real conversations.
And another thing I did was pay attention to words I heard in songs, TV shows, or podcasts. I would write them down and try to use them in my own sentences. That made learning much more natural.
Yes. Learning words in context is much more effective than memorizing them from a list. When you use words in sentences, you remember them longer.
So, the key takeaway here is start small, focus on useful words, and learn them in context. That's how I really began to see progress in my vocabulary.
And it feels good too, because you start using new words right away and you notice improvement fast.
All right, Julia. Now that we've talked about starting small and learning in context, let's discuss some strategies that really work for learning vocabulary effectively.
Yes, Jason, I think this part is very important for our listeners. So, what's the first strategy you recommend?
The first one is contextual learning. Instead of memorizing words alone, learn them in sentences or stories. For example, don't just learn the word excited. Learn a sentence like, I am excited to go to the park.
Exactly. When you see a word in a sentence, you understand how it is used, and it's easier to remember because your brain connects the word to a situation.
The second strategy is spaced repetition and flashcards. Apps like Anki or Quizlet are great for this. They help you review words at the right time so you don't forget them.
Yes, I love this method. For example, if I learn the word delicious today, the app will remind me tomorrow, then in 3 days, then in a week. This repetition helps the word stick in your memory.
The third strategy is reading and listening. Books, articles, podcasts, or even English shows can expose you to words in real contexts. You don't just see the word, you hear how it is used.
I do this all the time. I write down new words I hear in my favorite shows or songs, and then I try to use them in my own sentences. It's fun and effective.
The fourth strategy is using new words actively. Don't just read or listen, speak, and write with the words. For example, if you learned amazing, try saying, "This movie is amazing," or write it in a short note.
Yes, active use is the key. If you don't use new words, you might forget them quickly. Speaking or writing makes them part of your natural vocabulary.
So, to summarize, the 4 strategies are 1. Learn words in context. 2. Use spaced repetition or flashcards. 3. Read and listen regularly. And 4. Use the words actively in speaking and writing.
If you follow these strategies consistently, your vocabulary will grow faster than you expect, and using English will become much easier and more natural.
Julia, learning vocabulary doesn't have to be boring. In fact, some of the best ways to remember words are actually fun and creative.
Absolutely, Jason. For example, I like using mnemonics. You take a word and create a small story or connection to remember it. Like the word gigantic, I imagine a giant dancing. That makes it easier to remember.
Yes, mnemonics are great. Another way is visual learning. Draw a small picture or use sticky notes with images. Your brain remembers pictures faster than just words.
And don't forget word games. Crossword puzzles, word searches, or apps like Wordscapes can help you learn new words without even realizing it. It feels like play, but you're actually improving your vocabulary.
Another method I use is connecting words with personal experiences or emotions. For example, I learned the word delighted when I felt very happy after completing a project. Linking words to feelings makes them stick.
Yes, and music is amazing too. Learning words from songs or even creating rhymes with new vocabulary makes learning natural and fun.
So, the takeaway is, make learning enjoyable. Use mnemonics, visuals, games, personal experiences, and music. When you enjoy the process, words stay in your memory much longer. Julia, we've talked about strategies and fun ways to remember words. But now, let's talk about something very important. Building a daily routine for vocabulary learning.
Yes, Jason. I think this is the step where many learners struggle. It's not just about knowing the strategies, but actually practicing every day.
Exactly. For me, I started with a very simple routine. Every day, I would spend just 15 to 30 minutes learning new words. That's it. Not too much, but consistent.
That's great advice. Consistency is more important than long hours. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day is better than trying to learn 50 words in one day and forgetting them the next.
I usually divided my time like this. First, I review old words using flashcards. Then I learn 5 new words. And finally, I try to use these words in sentences, speaking or writing.
I do something similar. I also like to read a short article or watch a short video and pick out 2 to 3 new words from it. Then I add them to my daily practice.
Yes, and the key is to make it a habit. Pick a fixed time, like morning coffee or before bed. Your brain starts expecting it, and learning becomes automatic.
Exactly. Small daily efforts really add up over time. If you stick to this routine after a few months, you'll notice a huge improvement in your vocabulary and confidence.
Julia, even with strategies and routines, many learners face challenges when building vocabulary. Let's talk about some of the most common ones.
Yes! One big challenge is forgetting words. You learn new words, but after a few days, they just disappear from memory.
I've experienced that too. The key is reviewing regularly. Using flashcards, spaced repetition, or just revisiting old notes helps you keep words in your long-term memory.
Another challenge is feeling overwhelmed. Some learners try to learn too many words at once and get frustrated when they can't remember them all.
Yes, that's why I always recommend small, manageable steps. 5 new words a day is much better than 50. It's consistent and less stressful.
And some people lose motivation if they don't see quick results. It's normal to feel that way, but the secret is focus on progress, not perfection. Every small improvement counts.
Also, sometimes learners hesitate to use new words in speaking because they're afraid of making mistakes. But mistakes are part of learning. The more you use the words, the faster you remember them.
Exactly. Overcoming challenges is about being patient, consistent, and brave enough to use what you learn. Remember, even small efforts every day lead to big results over time.
All right, Julia. Now it's time for something fun. A real-life example and a mini practice activity for our listeners.
Yes, this is the part where our listeners can actively practice new words while listening. So, what words are we going to use today, Jason?
Let's start with 3 simple but useful words. Amazing, delighted, and confident.
Great choices. So first, let's give an example sentence for each word. I'll go first. The view from the mountain was amazing. I was delighted to meet my friend after a long time. She felt confident before her presentation.
Perfect. Now, listeners, I want you to pause for a moment and try to make your own sentences using these words. You can say them out loud or write them down. Ready?
Awesome! Now, let's try a short conversation using these words. I'll ask a question, and Jason will answer. Jason, how did you feel when you learned your first new English word?
I was really delighted because I could finally say something in English that I didn't know before.
And how do you feel now when you speak English confidently?
I feel amazing, and I'm more confident every day.
Listeners, you can try this too. Pick 2 to 3 new words, make sentences, and use them in a small conversation. It's a simple and fun way to remember vocabulary.
Julia, before we wrap up, I think it's important to talk about why building vocabulary really matters in real life.
Absolutely. Knowing more words doesn't just help you speak English. It opens doors to opportunities, confidence, and understanding the world better.
Yes. I remember when I first learned enough words to order food, ask for directions, or chat with someone new. It gave me so much confidence. I felt like I could actually communicate and connect with people.
Exactly, Jason. Vocabulary also helps in studies, work, and even travel. The more words you know, the easier it is to express yourself and understand others.
So, listeners, the motivation is simple. Every new word you learn brings you closer to your goals, whether it's passing an exam, speaking with friends, or even working internationally.
Yes, keep learning, keep practicing, and remember, small daily efforts lead to big results. Every word counts, and your English will improve step by step.
And that's a wrap for today's episode. Julia, it was great sharing our tips and experiences on learning English vocabulary.
Yes, Jason. I hope our listeners enjoyed it and found practical ways to learn new words, practice them, and remember them.
Remember, everyone, building vocabulary takes time, consistency, and fun. Start small, use words in real life, and keep practicing every day.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with your friends who want to improve their English.
And leave a comment below telling us your favorite vocabulary learning tip or a new word you learned today. We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode of English Learning Podcast. Keep learning and stay confident.